It's happening. That's the big news that hit last night. Today is February 13th, 2025. And the big news that came down last night is that OPM's buyout offer is being allowed to proceed. The injunction was lifted by the federal judge that's presiding over the case. This is the federal judge in Massachusetts, Judge George A. O'Toole Jr. He issued an opinion and he said that the unions that brought the case lacked the proper legal standing to challenge the program, is the gist of it. And the unions that brought the case had argued that the terms of the program were unclear and that federal employees who accepted it might not get their promised pay and benefits. AFGE was one of the unions that brought the case. They issued a statement right away vowing to keep fighting. The union has not changed its position on it, not surprisingly. Also, not a big surprise, the Office of Personnel Management has closed the program. OPM said when the injunction was issued that it was still accepting resignations from federal employees who wanted to take the buyout offer. But it also planned to close the program as soon as was legally permissible to do so. OPM has closed the program as of February 12th at 7:20 p.m. Eastern. No new resignations are being accepted. And as of the latest count, approximately 75,000 federal employees had accepted the deferred resignation offer. What if you want to change your mind when you still want to resign under this program? Can you do it? Not likely. Here's what OPM says in one of its frequently asked questions about the program. Quote, deferred resignation will generally not be available to those who resign after the program closes. Certain exceptions might be made for employees who are on approved absence for some or all of the period while the program was open. So don't plan on it, in other words. Going forward, what should you expect now? Well, OPM has warned federal employees who chose to stay that rifts and furloughs are likely to be coming. In fact, President Trump issued a new executive order this week in which he instructed federal agencies to prepare for rifts, that's reduction in force, on a wide scale. We've got another video and article that goes into a lot more detail about all this. I'll leave links in the description. Basically, it's instructing agencies to prepare for these reforms we've been hearing about to the federal workforce, and it lays out which agencies and employees are going to be prioritized for rifts. There are going to be significant reforms to the federal workforce going forward. OPM says there are 4 pillars of what it's calling the reform federal workforce that federal employees should expect. The first one is return to the office policy. Most federal employees are going to be required, or already have been required, to return to working in the office 5 days a week, with also potential office consolidations and relocations. So remote work and telework are pretty much history. Performance management. The federal workforce will be held to high performance standards with rewards for exceeding expectations and consequences for falling short. There's also going to be workforce restructuring, as I mentioned. That's going to include the use of RIFs, administrative furloughs, also reclassification to at-will status. That's reference to Schedule F, which President Trump reinstated shortly after he took office. And there will also be enhanced standards of conduct for federal employees. OPM says the federal workforce should be composed of reliable, loyal, and trustworthy employees who strive for excellence. Employees who engage in unlawful behavior or misconduct will face investigation and discipline, including termination. So that's a summary of where things stand with OPM's deferred resignation offer. As I said, the headline is that the injunction has been lifted and it's allowed to go forward now. And OPM is going forward with it. They've closed the program to any new resignations. I suspect there will continue to be legal challenges to the restructuring that's going on in the federal workforce. FedSmith will continue to keep you informed on any new developments as they happen. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates, and also check the fedsmith.com website We'll post new articles there as news breaks. Have a good day.